Hi. So, government on the first week of this month brought an amendment to Dharani by bringing in new rules. Now, to understand more about this video, you must understand what Dharani is all about. I have explained in other videos also. I'll just brief it out in a minute. Whenever you sell your property by way of regular sale or mortgage or gift or exchange or by inheritance or by succession, survivorship, you get property by all these modes. You get it by getting it registration in the sub-registrar's office, and once you register in the sub-registrar's office, you have to make changes in the municipal office for property tax payment, in power supply company for paying electricity bills, and water supply company for paying water bills. Except in Hyderabad. Hyderabad water supply and property tax management is different because we have Hyderabad Metropolitan Water Supply and Sewerage Board, which is an independent water supply unit for Hyderabad. So these new rules are applicable only to the entire state of Telangana except Hyderabad. So all these changes must be made in the municipal corporation and the power supply company. Earlier, government informed the citizens that they have to give information or else they will not have any right in the property or they will lose the right in the property. So this is the threat that was given by the Telangana government, and immediately it was carried to the Honorable High Court, and it is suffering in the Honorable High Court for reply. Yet, in the meanwhile, government is at liberty to give new rules, therefore government launched these new rules. So basically, this is what happens when you purchase a property. You have to also make changes in the municipal records pertaining to non-agricultural properties and the power supply company. Earlier, the registration was done at sub-registrar's office and mutation was done in the municipal corporation and power supply company. Now with these new rules, with this new portal called Dharani, government consolidated the registration and mutation. So that is the sum and substance of what Dharani is all about. Now mutation will be done by sub-registrar. This is the simple way to understand what is Dharani. This is a digitalization of mutation records, or the record of rights, what the government is calling. So now, earlier, as I have told earlier, government forced the citizens to supply data. Now, government brought new rules wherein you don't need to give any data. Government gave instructions to the municipal corporations and the power supply companies to port the data and populate the Dharani portal. So this is what the expression that is used by the government in its rules. So government will automatically suo motu on its own port the data, which is already available with them with the municipal corporation and the power supply companies, the building permissions, occupancy certificate, etc. And they will populate the Dharani website. So you don't need to give any information to government. Anyhow, you must always remember that giving information to anybody, not only government, until and unless it is mandated by law, it is very dangerous. Because you lose your power when you give information, and the more information you have, the more powerful the company is. That is why Google is more powerful than any other company, because it has a lot of information. So therefore, whenever you are selling a property, now you have to obtain NOC, no objection certificate, from the municipal corporation and the power supply company, because otherwise you can't sell your property, because the buyer will definitely ask, where is the NOC, who will pay these bills, who will get the process of mutation done. Therefore, government took a good measure here, that is to say, you have to make an application to the municipal corporation or the power supply company to mutate, to issue NOC for the purpose of mutation by paying whatever dues that are necessary to be paid to the government or the municipal corporation, the power supply company. Once you pay whatever is due to the government and apply. If they don't respond within 4 days, remember, if they don't respond within 4 days, then you are deemed to be given NOC. This is very important because the main problem is not with selling your property. The main problem is with the mutation. And because government has consolidated the mutation with the registration at the sub-registrar's office, now you don't need to go to municipal corporation or the power supply company for the change of name. It is done in the sub-registrar office itself at the time of purchase itself. That is the concept of Dharani. But why they sought information for their secret conspiracy purposes, that they have to explain in High Court, which they are failing to do. Therefore, High Court is giving dates and dates and dates, or they are taking dates and dates and dates. Hope I am clear. So, you don't need to give any information to government. Government will suo motu on its own port the data from the municipal corporation and the power supply company to the sub-registrar's office into the Dharani portal and populate the Dharani portal. Hope I am clear. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubts, kindly comment.